I knew I wasn't dead. I knew I wasn't shot, and then military training took over.
A Florida burglary attempt gone wrong. How a man responded to a break-in. Plus, a Bradenton youth group stranded in Haiti amid deadly protests in the island nation. And the results are in for Sarasota's annual Lionfish Derby. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6:30.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, a Bradenton youth group is stranded in the island nation of Haiti amid deadly protests in that country. ABC 7's Erica Jackson spoke with some of the families of those teens stranded in the city of Naplai and shares the latest on the group's ongoing efforts to get home safely.
28 missionaries from the Woodland Community Church in Bradenton traveled to Haiti to work with handicapped kids in the city of Naplai. Now they are stranded due to dangerous riots over gas prices. 3 people died in those riots Friday, and more bodies were found on the streets today. The Haitian government announced the suspension of the fuel hike on Saturday, but the Bradenton youth group still had trouble driving to the airport, and later learning their scheduled flight home was canceled. Some family members we spoke with today tell us they have faith their children will get home safely. Others describing the anxiety of the situation.
There are some parents, I think, who their kids haven't been on mission trips before that are worried and scared.
More for their family, because I know it's hard, like knowing your son or daughter's in another country and you can't really get to them.
Coming up tonight on ABC 7 News at 11, we'll share how the group has altered their plans in order to get back home to the Suncoast safely. Reporting in Bradenton, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you very much, Erica. Well, armed robbery, trespassing, and battery charges have been filed against one man after he got violent at a local party overnight. Manatee County deputies say Francisco Orduno was told to leave the home where a party was being held on 289th Street East in Mayaca City. He left but returned later, biting his own son, another guest, and forcibly taking the homeowner's handgun. Orduno left the party but with the gun, firing several rounds as he went. Authorities tracking him down around 6:30 this morning. He is now in custody, and luckily no one was hurt. Firefighters and rescue crews were called out to a 7-Eleven gas station in Sarasota earlier today when a vehicle caught fire. Those flames fully engulfing this car and, as you can see, completely gutting it from the inside and out. At this time, it is unclear if anyone was injured in that fire.
I was coming from my house and I just saw the smoke coming up, so I went and checked it out, and I heard that it was from the jumper cables. So they were trying to jumpstart their car, and went there and just seen it was on fire like crazy and watched them put it out.
That 7-Eleven gas station is located on University Parkway near the Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport and the Sarasota Kennel Club. Well, all weekend long, divers have been out in the water hunting invasive lionfish, and tonight the results are in as part of the Sarasota 5th annual Lionfish Derby. Fishermen removing 545 lionfish from area waters. That number did not beat last year's record of over 1,000, but scientists say the data fishermen did collect will go a long way towards studying the lionfish population, behavior, and adaptations over time. And as for the visitors that got a taste of the fish prepared by some of our area's top chefs, it's an experience worth coming back for.
I wanted to try lionfish, kind of on my bucket list. Avid fisherman myself. I'm born and raised here, and they need to, they're invasive. They got to get rid of them. So if they can do something like this to help get rid of them, and we can get a good full belly and something to eat, and I'm all for it.
Top chefs also taking part in a cooking competition for the tastiest lionfish dish. And in first place this year, Michael's on East chef Jamil Pineda, who served pan-roasted lionfish with date and roasted pine nut chutney, curried shrimp bisque, beach mushrooms, and garlic Swiss chard. That's quite the dish right there. And fun fact, Wendy Ross is known for her extravagant dinners between shows here on the weekends. Let's go over to her with a weather forecast. And Wendy, is lionfish on the grill anytime soon?
I am going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. I think that is so fantastic that we take something that's invasive, that's awful, that nobody wants around, and we turn it into something positive. Good for us. So no, I don't do these exotic dinners like he's talking about, but oh boy, that just sounded really, really good. 88 degrees right now. We've got winds coming in out of the west, and we also have a feels like temperature of 96 degrees. And the reason for it is we've had some drier air that moved on in across our area. And so as a result of that, the rain showers are down tonight. We're not looking at any showers really developing. In fact, we hardly had any throughout the day today. And so we've had a couple of showers along the coastline. Those are drying up, and the rest of us rain free. And when you don't have rain, you don't have the clouds, you don't have the cooling effect of that wet weather, you end up with the kind of experience that we're experiencing right now, which is temperature reading of 88 degrees. And you can see that for the rest of tonight, we're not expecting to see any showers develop. And when we do come back, we're going to be talking about what's going on in the Atlantic and let you know what's happening as far as our tropics are concerned. Adam?
All right, thank you, Wendy. Now to an incredible story out of Florida. Be warned, the details of how one Jacksonville homeowner subdued someone breaking into his home are certainly graphic. Be careful who you mess with, especially if it's Jacksonville's Richard Golden, who says he was just sitting at home on Friday when a rifle-wielding intruder broke in through his sliding glass doors. That's when a fight broke loose, Golden putting that man into a headlock and poking his fingers into his eyes.
Dropped the clip because I've had training, military training. And then there's still one in the chamber though. It went off. I knew I wasn't dead. I knew I wasn't shot. And then the military training took over. Gouged him in his eyes till I felt his brain.
Jeez, after that, Golden says he sat on the bloodied would-be robber until police arrived. Golden's arms still up from the scuffle, still got up from the scuffle, and says he's frankly not sure why he was targeted. Well, now to a scam alert that would be all too easy to fall for. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office is warning the community tonight after receiving 2 calls regarding a scam that mimics law enforcement. In both cases, the caller identifying themselves as a member of the agency, advising that the person has a warrant out and requesting payment for bail over the phone. These scammers can even display the agency's phone number on your caller ID. So a good way to protect yourself if you ever receive a questionable call from a government agency or business, hang up the phone and call back the official number that you generally use. Now to a developing story overseas. The clock is ticking tonight in southern Japan to find almost 100 missing people. After days of heavy rainfall have led to flooding and landslides, the current death toll is now at 48, with 28 others presumed dead. But still, authorities say they only expect that number to go up. Rescue operations are underway, but as you can see, the homes have been leveled in some parts of the country and the streets now caked in mud. Now to good news in the ongoing efforts in Thailand to free a group of young boys and their soccer coach trapped miles deep in a flooded cave. 4 of those boys have now been rescued and transported to the hospital. As ABC's Chuck Sievertson reports, officials making the decision to bring out the weakest boys first, adding that the rescue operation is going better than expected.
Cautious optimism as the first few of those young boys trapped in a flooded cave for more than 2 weeks have been rescued. Chiang Rai's governor making the announcement. The boys quickly transported to a hospital in Chiang Rai. The entire 8th floor of that hospital now dedicated to those boys and their families. Efforts to bring out the rest of the group continue as rescuers race against the deteriorating weather conditions. Each of the boys will go on what is being called a buddy dive. Expert divers escorting the boys along the treacherous path. pumps have been going around the clock working to bring down the water level in the cave, while crews have been using an underwater jackhammer to widen narrow tunnels. ABC's James Longman has been on the scene since this rescue operation began.
Rescuers said from the very beginning they did not want these boys to have to fully submerge themselves for extended periods of time. They wanted to bring them along the top of the water, so that was a real breakthrough. They used these underwater jackhammers to break down the rock.
But rescuers teaching the boys to swim and dive just in case, believing the boys are ready for the intense 6-hour-long journey out of that cave. The governor saying the rescue operation is going better than expected. The Royal Thai Navy SEALs, confident of success, posting this image on Facebook saying, "We, both the Thai and international teams, will bring the wild boar team home." Thai officials say the boys and their parents are aware this is a dangerous journey. Chuck Sievertson, ABC News, New York.
Well, still to come here on ABC 7, the White House has released the names of children under the age of 5 who have been separated from their parents. Plus, switching to solar energy, Sarasota County's ambitious goal, and how you can save money on that switch.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you, with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, and you're struggling to pay your bills while your case is dragging on, that's where Oasis Financial comes in. Only Oasis has Oasis Express Cash that can get you from $500 to $25,000 in as little as 24 hours, faster than anyone else. There's no risk and no out-of-pocket cost.
It was so simple. I made one phone call. Oasis was able to give me the money within 24 hours.
To pay for my electric bill, my rent, and my groceries for my children.
And even if you end up losing your case, Oasis lets you keep the money, so there's absolutely no risk to you. You don't have to worry about repaying Oasis.
If I had lost my case, then I wouldn't be responsible for paying the money back. And that was a blessing.
Oasis, they killed it, man. They helped me out. They gave me my life back.
See how much money you can get before your case settles. Call Oasis Financial, because life moves faster than your case. 1-800-874-8185. 1-800-874-8185.
Welcome back. The president will announce his choice to replace Justice Kennedy on the Supreme Court Monday evening. Here's Andy Field with a look at who might be on the president's short list.
President Trump nearing his decision on who he will choose to replace retiring Supreme Court Justice Anthony Kennedy. The president appearing to enjoy the mounting suspense.
I'll probably be decided tonight or tomorrow sometime by 12 o'clock, and I think we're going to all be meeting at 9 o'clock.
The man who crafted the president's short list, now his top Supreme Court advisor.
The best way to preserve freedom and dignity and prosperity in this country is to have people who are going to interpret the Constitution as it's written and not play politics when they're judges.
The White House has been preparing information on 4 top contenders: federal appeals judge Brett Kavanaugh, Raymond Kethledge, Amy Coney Barrett, and Thomas Hardiman. Republican Senator Roy Blunt believes any of the 4 could get confirmed by the Republican majority Senate.
I think the president has to think about it. Who is the easiest to get confirmed here? And I expect we'll do that on sort of a normal timetable of a couple of months.
But Democrats worry about replacing Kennedy, who was off in the pivotal swing vote, with a more conservative justice.
This next nominee will be the swing vote to overturn Roe v. Wade, and equally important, to eviscerate the protections for millions of Americans who suffer from pre-existing conditions and other health care rights, along with workers' rights, gay rights, voting rights.
The president set to announce his decision Monday night from the White House. Andy Field, ABC News, Washington.
And also in Washington, the Trump administration releasing the names of children under the age of 5 who have been separated from their parents at the U.S. southern border. There are nearly 100 names on that list. On Monday, there will be a hearing on whether to extend the deadline for reuniting those children with their families. That deadline currently stands at Tuesday. Government officials say they need additional time to track down dozens of parents who are no longer in custody, including 19 who have already been deported. The Sunshine State has lagged for years in harnessing energy from the sun, but that trend is changing. Sarasota has agreed to run 100% on solar and renewable energy sources by the year 2045. That's why this week, homeowners who want information about putting solar panels on their homes can attend a community meeting. That meeting will start at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, July 11th at the Jacaranda Library, where you can learn how the community is working together to go solar and how it can save you money. Yeah, these co-op opportunities are interesting. It's a way to sort of share, I guess, the cost of all that equipment, which is usually the largest cost of all the solar stuff is just installing all that equipment.
Exactly right. But then you do get discounts from the government, you get refunds, and then you see your bill. Wow.
Exactly.
That's pretty great. That's really pretty great. Well, we had so much sunshine today. Today would have been a perfect day because you would not have had to worry. You could have kept the air conditioning as low as you needed to, and you wouldn't have had to pay anything for it, which would have been great because there was so much sunshine. We just had our temperatures go way, way, way up. And part of the reason for this is that we've got Chris. Can you see Chris? He's just off the coast of the Carolinas, and he's a tropical storm, and he became a tropical storm earlier, and so consequently he is just spinning off of the coast of the Carolinas right now before he moves off to the northern Atlantic. But in the meantime, we've got some drier air in the middle levels of the atmosphere that moved in across central Florida, and so as a result, we just have not seen any rain. The rain showers for us have been very spotty, and it's not that we haven't seen any rain. We got some showers earlier along the coastline, and those developed from around the Venice area. During the latter part of the afternoon, we saw some of that rain, and right now things have really quieted down. We're not going to be seeing any more showers developing tonight, so it's going to be a quiet night with partly cloudy skies around, and it's going to be very warm if you're heading out anywhere. Just keep in mind you won't need a jacket. You don't have to worry about temperatures dropping out of the 80s for several more hours, and that's because we haven't had any rain to cool us off. So things are quiet, and you can see this is going to be true for the overnight time period as well. Today we got up to a high of 92. That's what happens when you don't have the rain. 74 the overnight low. Normally we're at 90 and 75 degrees, but it was not a record today. And as you can see all around the state, take a look at where we are compared to places up north where they've been getting the rain. In Jacksonville and Gainesville and Tallahassee, they've been seeing their temperatures in the low 80s, even some 70s, and that's normally what we see this time of the night. But we're still looking at 80s and 90s, upper 80s and 90s around our area. So that's what's going on at the beaches. We've got a 90-degree reading in Venice despite recent rains here, and then everybody else is reporting temperatures in the low to mid 90s right now. So on to the tropics. We don't have to worry about Beryl anymore. Beryl dissipated, and this is the remnants of Beryl is how we're referring to this system. And then we have Tropical Storm Chris. And Tropical Storm Chris is still just spinning out here just off the coast of the Carolinas, fairly stationary and has been. And so what we're expecting is that it'll start to make some movement, but it's enjoying the warm waters of the Gulf Stream. And so right now it's just getting stronger and stronger. And by Wednesday, I think it's going to be Wednesday now, we're going to start to see this system become a hurricane Category 1, and then it'll continue to move off away from the U.S. mainland, but it'll be just off Nova Scotia. And so, and once it moves up here into the northern Atlantic, it's going to die a cold death because the water temperatures won't sustain it any longer. So we're looking at boaters out of the northeast, 10 knots for winds, seas 1 to 2 feet, with a light chop out on the bay. And we have sun and clouds for tomorrow, temperature reading of about 87 degrees, with the Gulf water temperature now starting to warm up a little bit more. So we've got 20% chance of rain for tomorrow. Those rain chances stay low for the next several days, and then by Saturday and Sunday possibly, we're going to see those rain chances back up to about a 40% chance, and those temperatures are going to be right around that 80 to 90 degree mark. So keep that in mind as you're heading out the door. It's just going to be more hot weather, but this is typical summer Florida. Adam?
Now, sports.
Well, the Rays got back to 500 thanks to some dominant pitching yesterday from Blake Snell. Today, a chance to win their road series against the Mets. The Rays getting 2 runners on in the first, and C.J. Cron gets into that 3-1 fastball from Chris Flexen. Cron's got a career-high 17 homers now before the All-Star break, and it's 3-0 Rays. And that is all Tampa Bay starter Nathan Eovaldi would need. 7 strikeouts for Eovaldi in just the first 4 innings. He would finish with 9 total. He'd also take a perfect game into the 7th inning, retiring the first 18 batters. Brandon Nimmo would come in the 7th inning as the leadoff hitter. And when we're showing the scoreboard, we're showing a close-up of a hitter. You know what's coming. Second pitch of the at-bat, single to right field. That ends Eovaldi's perfect game bid. He would finish the inning, and that would be it for the game. But the Rays still get their second straight shutout. Eovaldi has thrown at least 6 hitless innings now in 2 games. In his first season back from his second elbow surgery, the Rays win it 9-0. And the Rays have their first All-Star of 2018. It's not a player, it's Tampa Bay manager Kevin Cash, according to the Tampa Bay Times. He has been named on the American League coaching staff, selected by Astros manager A.J. Hinch, who is a close friend of the Rays' 40-year-old coach. Still, Cash has earned that spot, turning what appeared to be a depleted roster into a team that has 1 more win than losses a week before the All-Star break. Well, in just a few minutes, we'll find out if any Rays players will be representing the AL on July 17th in Washington, D.C. Some leading candidates: Blake Snell, who is leading the American League in ERA at 2.09 and tied for second in all of baseball with 12 wins. Also, C.J. Cron, we just mentioned, he's in the middle of a career-high power surge at the plate. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind Your Meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
I used to dread getting up and going to work.
I was done with the corporate grind.
I was tired of being a starving artist.
And I started looking around for a business that I believed in, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green.
My SCORE mentor helped me take the first step.
He helped me create a business plan and helped me implement it.
They've really taught me how to think big.
SCORE helped me to make the unimaginable possible, all for free. I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
Get your free business mentor at score.org.
I'll be right back. Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now.
In entertainment news, singer Justin Bieber and model Hailey Baldwin are engaged. That's from a source close to the Biebs. Media reports saying he popped the question during a trip to the Bahamas. The couple dated 2 years ago, but they later split up. However, they have been appearing together in public in recent weeks, which set off speculation that they are back together. This probably confirming that Bieber's love life a huge deal for his fans. They closely follow his on-again, off-again relationship with singer and actress Selena Gomez. Well, Marvel Studios has the top movie once again at the box office, Ant-Man and the Wasp, taking the #1 spot this weekend with $76 million. This is the 9th time the Marvel Cinematic Universe has taken that #1 spot at the weekend box office in just 2018. Incredibles 2 dashing in at #2, taking $29 million. And rounding out the top 3, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom with $28.5 million. So a lot of kind of sequels, continuances, but that's Hollywood now.
I want to see all of those movies, all of those movies. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, those are fun.
I feel like especially Jurassic Park probably just getting a little more ridiculous as it goes, but I haven't seen it yet.
Mindless entertainment. It's perfect. It's perfect for this chaotic world we live in.
Well, taking that entertainment, it's free and it's on the Suncoast. Enjoy that.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, and you're struggling to pay your bills while your case is dragging on, that's where Oasis Financial comes in. Only Oasis has Oasis Express Cash that can get you from $500 to $25,000 in as little as 24 hours, faster than anyone else. There's no risk and no out-of-pocket cost.
It was so simple. I made one phone call. Oasis was able to give me the money within 24 hours.
To pay for my electric bill, my rent, and my groceries for my children.
And even if you end up losing your case, Oasis lets you keep the money So there's absolutely no risk to you. You don't have to worry about repaying Oasis.
If I had lost my case, then I wouldn't be responsible for paying the money back. And that was a blessing.
Oasis, they killed it, man. They helped me out. They gave me my life back.
See how much money you can get before your case settles. Call Oasis Financial, because life moves faster than your case. 1-800-874-8185. 1-800-874-8185.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.